It's only for 7 days. We want to pray surprisingly for ourselves. I will tell you more details later. But whatever is going on in Nigeria today is the fault of us Christians. Why? Because God said, if my people that are called by my name will humble themselves and pray, he said he will hear from heaven and heal our land.
Thank you so much. I'm your body secret. Not too long ago, His Eminence, Papa Enoch Adeboye, declared 7 days fasting. He said the situation of things in Nigeria demands such urgent intervention. He told all the people listening to him, Christians are to accept the blame for the situation of things in Nigeria. What Papa Enoch Adeboye said is 100% correct. The church in Nigeria must accept the blame for the sorry state of affairs in Nigeria. The church must accept the blame for the hardship, for the hunger, for the insecurity ravaging the country, the unemployment. The church must accept the blame. Unfortunately, you see, it's as if, like they say it in government, the buck stopped on somebody's table. It's as if Papa Enoch Adeboye should be at the forefront, maybe closely followed by W.H. Kumuyi and others. When you are to apportion blame for the situation of things in Nigeria, they are men that should be at the forefront. That's the essence of this video. What the man of God said is the truth. But sadly, the fasting he declared is not the solution. I must do my work as an apostle of Jesus Christ by the will of God. The portion of the Bible he read is very much correct, but he did not present the full message. The portion of that, the provision in that First Chronicle 14 verse 7, the provision that is relevant to the situation of things in Nigeria, Papa Adeboye did not mention it. He said, if my people who are called by my name shall humble themselves and pray. That is where he stopped. He was supposed to extend it to the other provision which says, turn from their wicked ways. Nigeria is in a mess today for only one reason. A section of the church leadership had deliberately refused to stand with God in His word. God can do nothing, absolutely nothing outside his word. So when you see men who is as if it is in their character, when certain issues are to be decided, they will ignore God and his word. That explains the situation you see in Nigeria. That explains why Nigerians are suffering. It is clearly written in the word of God. He that rule over men must be just, ruling in the fear of God. God even have to explain how transparent that man must be in character, in everything about him. He must be clearly transparent. Nothing about him should be hidden. The people must not be in doubt concerning anything. His life, his history, where he's coming from, his background. Nothing should be secret. The people must know everything about him. That was the reason God warned, a stranger shall not rule over you. Because a man you do not know, you must not allow him to rule over you. Lo and behold, a section of the church leadership will deliberately ignore God and his word and identify with the most unjust in the land. From presidency down, Nigeria is held captive by men who are most unjust. Most unjust. And come to think about it, you see church leaders shamelessly identify with these men who are most unjust. They speak for these men who are most unjust. Some of them openly campaign for these men who are most unjust. And we are harvesting it now. This is the ripple effect. The situation of things in Nigeria is the ripple effect of the support we gave to men who are most unjust. If they place Goodluck Ebele Jonathan and Buhari side by side, and you ask a church leader to pick one candidate who is qualified to rule over men, and that person put Muhammad Buhari, that explains why we are in this mess. If men are placed side by side, Tinubu on the left, maybe Peter Obi on the right, and you bring out a man of God who is believed is led by the Spirit of God, and he is asked, pick a man you think is a little bit better that can rule over men in righteousness, and that person deliberately picked Ahmed Bola Tinubu. That explains why we are in this mess. He that rule over men must be just, ruling in the fear of God. A nation always go for relatively the best. The best. But when we see church leaders deliberately go for the worst in the land, for whatever this is, that explains Nigeria's situation. And fasting cannot solve the problem. The fasting God commanded, as is seen in Isaiah 58 verse 6 to 8, says part of our assignment is to let the oppressed go free. Psalm 82 said we are God's, and the assignment of God is to let the oppressed go free. We are to heal the brokenhearted. We are to set the captives free. We are to deal with the oppressor. In a nation where a section of the church leadership identifies with the oppressor and speak for them and campaign for them, Nigeria can never move forward. You see a candidate that is fairly better, but you go for the worst. You go for the worst. identity unknown, background unknown, academic qualification unknown, age unknown. And what do you see? You see a fraudulent electoral process, a fraudulent judiciary. That is the situation of things in Nigeria. Glitches, blank paper. That's why we are here. That's the reason we are suffering. He said, if my people who are called by my name shall pray and turn from their wicked ways. That provision, turn from their wicked ways. The wicked ways a section of the church leadership must turn from. So that Nigeria will move forward. They should stop identifying with men who are most unjust. They should stop campaigning, speaking for those who are most unjust. If they will do that, Nigeria will move forward. They should identify men, even from among themselves, even from those under them, who are qualified to rule over men in righteousness, and mobilize people, labor to put them into positions of authority. That is the solution we need. Adeboye, former governor of Lagos State, was a fine gentleman, a committed Christian, a young man who believed in development governance, a young man who believed in wealth creation, a young man who fears God, with passion for the welfare of the people. But he decided that Lagos should be liberated. He decided that the resources should be for the common good of all. An individual, just one individual, said Adeboye will not go for re-election. Remember, I said Adeboye was a committed Redeemed member, a member of Redeemed Christian Church. One man said Adeboye will not go for re-election. As he said it, that was it. Nobody fought for the good of Adeboye. Nobody spoke and said, no, the man is doing very well. He's entitled to go for the election. Nobody. Because one man they see as idol has spoken, they queued behind him, and Adeboye did not go for the election. Tell me what will encourage any man to do what is right when a section of the church leadership that is within their own backyard, within them, before their own watch, in their own territory, cannot speak for the righteous? How can Nigeria move forward? How can the righteous be encouraged? He that departs from evil makes himself a prey. The Lord saw it, and it displeased him. There was no judgment. Truth has fallen in the street, yet there is no man to bear witness to the truth. There is no man to enforce what is right. Of what use is fasting? Zechariah chapter 7 verse 5. To which God? Israel fasted for 70 years. Situation was getting out of hand, just as you see it in Nigeria. But when they located a prophet of somebody that speaks for God, somebody that knows God, God said, ask them, when you fast every month of May, every month of July, for the past 70 years, did you at all fast to me? Who did you fast to? Nigerian church may not know. Some churches, that may be the question God is asking us. Some Christians, that may be the question God is asking us. Did you actually fast to God? Those who fast God specified, must let the oppressed go free, must fight the cause of the needy, must grant justice to the oppressed, must speak up publicly for those who have been intimidated and harassed, those who have been exploited, those who have been impoverished. God commanded us to speak up for them publicly, not in secret. And we cannot identify with the oppressor and say we are fasting. That is why Nigeria is not moving forward. Any day, a section of the church leadership turn from their wicked way and insist that only the just will rule over men in righteousness. That is the beginning. That is the day Nigeria's situation will begin to change. The truth and nothing but the truth. We cannot be enthroning wickedness and expect to have good governance from those who do not fear God, from those who have no regard for man, from those who are not seeking the good of the people. We can't have good governance from them. From those who emerge through a fraudulent process, we can't have good governance from them. He that rule over men must be just, ruling in the fear of God. Situation of things will change in Nigeria when the church leadership begin to identify with those who are just according to the provision of the word of God. That is the truth and nothing but the truth. If you believe in the truth and you are a lover of the truth, may it please you to share this video and subscribe to this channel. God bless you.
Who are God's people? He explained. Who are called by my name. Who is the one who is called by the name of a man? His wife and his children. So there's no doubt about that, who God is asking to pray.